Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Alhamdulillah, this one doesn't have to be a long one. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. So, this person here, he made so many claims. One of them is that he cited an ayah from the Quran and then he gave a tafsir for that ayah of the Quran. Let's see what he says.
أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وكلا وعد الله الحسنى.
Okay, so that's the ayah he recites. وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. He didn't specify where he's taking that ayah from. He could be taking that from the 10th ayah of Surah Al-Hadid, or he could be taking that from the 95th ayah of Surah An-Nisa. It's the same wording in both of those. وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. And all of them, Allah has promised Al-Husna, which is paradise, Al-Jannah. So, okay, who's all of them? Let's see what he claims.
Allah Ta'ala importantly mentions in the Holy Quran regarding the noble companions رضي الله عنهم أجمعين وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. And all of them have been promised with paradise. Har sahabi nabi jannati jannati. Har sahabi nabi jannati jannati.
Okay, so he says this is for each and every one of the Sahaba. May Allah Ta'ala raise their ranks. But I said to myself, I wonder why he gave this tafsir without giving any references. Is it maybe that he's making up something that he wants to support, and that's why he's not giving any references? So I was curious, and I decided to just look through some of those tafsirs, not all of them, just some of them, and just see what they say. If they say all of the companions, each and every one of the companions is meant by either of these two ayahs. So this is what I found. In the tafsir of Al-Tabari, وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى, he says, I'll just translate directly here. Allah is saying, all of those who spent before the conquering and they fought, and those who spent after the conquering and they fought, Allah promised all of them paradise. It doesn't say all of the Sahaba, every single one of them. So he didn't get that from Tabari. That's for Surah Al-Hadid. What about for Surah An-Nisa? What does Tabari say here? He says, وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. He says, Allah promised all of the mujahids, those who fought with their monies and with their lives, and those who sat, those who were crippled and unable to go fight. He promised all of them al-husna. It doesn't say every single one of the Sahaba. So he didn't get that from Tabari. How about Al-Bahr al-Muhit by Abu Hayyan? وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى أي وَكُلًّا مِنَ الْقَاعِدِينَ وَالْمُجَاهِدِينَ. Well, he said, like Tabari said, meaning those who sat, those are the crippled ones though, they couldn't fight, and those who fought. It doesn't say what he said. And it was said, it means something else here. I'm just trying to go through this quickly. I don't really want to draw this out. He doesn't say what he said. You can see it right there, the Arabic, if somebody wants to challenge that. Maybe he can translate that for you. Here is the tafsir of Al-Raghib Al-Asbahani. وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. Does it say all the companions, every single one of them? He says, it was said that what's meant here is only those who are mentioned in the ayah, the believers who are mentioned in the ayah, and those who made jihad and those who sat. Doesn't who's mentioned in the ayah doesn't say all of the companions, every single last one of them. It's not even my point to say they're not going to all go to Al-Jannah. My point is to say that this person, he's weak and he's desperate. He couldn't really find something that he wanted, so he said something, and I guess, I don't know, he thought nobody's going to check it, or perhaps he just thought that there's no comeback from what he's saying. But if you need to lie, if you need to fabricate on the tafsir to make your point, then that means you're not guided. And let's see what else we have here. The ta'wil of Al-Maturidi. Ta'wilat by Al-Maturidi. What does he say here? وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. Both groups. Doesn't say all the Sahaba. Says the two groups that are mentioned in the ayah. Those who spent before the conquering and after the conquering, they shall have the garden. Doesn't say all the companions. So don't lie on the tafsir of the Quran. If you have to lie, then you have a problem. This is Maturidi here. And this is, I'm just looking out of curiosity here, just quickly. وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. Those who sat and those who fought. Doesn't say all the Sahaba. Al-Qurtubi. وَكُلًّا وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الْحُسْنَى. وَقِيلَ الْمُرَادُ بِكُلْ. Those who fought in particular. And it was said it means the mujahids, those who fought and those who were crippled so they couldn't fight. النسفي وكلا أي كل واحد من الفريقين. Each from both groups. Doesn't say all the Sahaba. Tafsir al-Razi. كل واحد من الفريقين. Each from both groups. Doesn't say all the Sahaba. So those are just a few that are pulled out. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. So those are the enemies of the Jam'iyyah, the people who have nothing. Very empty. And like I told you before, what did he do? He pulled out one of the Sheikh's books. He said, look at this title, Sheikh. He says the proof of this companion who committed a sin and Tabi'un who committed a sin. Who is he to criticize? And then, did he open up the book and say, let me share with you his proofs and his claims? No, he didn't do that. Of course he didn't. But I already have videos and stuff on that. And inshallah, we just started going over this topic in Sarih al-Bayan. So I'll save it for then, inshallah ta'ala. And I have the other things too. I'll put the link to, not the link, but I'll put the, if you want to click on the playlist or something. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. These guys are losers and they're cowards. So maybe some of the brothers will do more in-depth response to his video. I don't want to even use more of my time for this guy. MashaAllah. That should be enough for you. Just the fact that he had to lie on the tafsir of the Quran to make his point and talk without knowledge, that should be enough for you. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.